separates a godly feminine woman from an unfeminine woman? How can you tell the difference? Well, my love, there's some things that you will never catch a godly feminine woman doing, and you're about to find those things out in this video. Hi, my love. My name is Jumoke, and I coach spirit-filled curse breakers to level up through the art of godly femininity. How are you ladies doing? Hope you're ready to get into another video of Godly Fem. So, my dear, today we're going to talk about 5 things that you will never, ever catch a godly feminine woman doing. So, if you want to level up in your femininity journey, then you have to avoid these things at all cost. So, the first thing that godly feminine women never do is speak down on themselves. This is so common with so many women. I think it stems from trauma, and it's such an unconscious thing that really needs to be relearned, or unlearned rather. I hear a lot of women, they'll make remarks about themselves that are so disparaging. If they make a mistake, they'll say, "Oh, I'm so stupid," "Oh, I'm so dumb," or they'll point out flaws and bring shame on their body and say, "Oh, I'm so fat," "Oh, my belly is too big." And they don't say these things just in their head, but they say it out loud publicly. The problem with this is that when you say these things about yourself, you're giving people the permission to mistreat you. People watch how you speak to yourself, the way you love yourself, and they use that as a template of how they should treat you and how they should view you. So as a godly feminine woman, it's important to unlearn all these things that you have told yourselves, or these things you picked up from childhood. Perhaps you heard these things from your family, and you have to replace it with more biblical affirmations. Speaking of which, I have a 30-day guide to leveling up in your femininity journey that you can get on my website right now, GodlyFem.com. And part of the 30-day guide includes biblical affirmations so that you can speak the word of God over your life every day and unlearn a lot of unfeminine thought patterns. The next thing you'll never catch a godly feminine woman do is put other women down. So in this new wave of femininity, and everyone is catching on slowly but surely, it is very unfeminine to use femininity as a tool to put other women down who have not received the same revelation yet. As a godly feminine woman, it's very important that you understand the concept of grace. The grace that God has given you and the way He's been protecting you and covering you, even when you didn't know certain things, that's the same type of grace that you should extend to others. You don't have to put another woman down for her lack of understanding in her femininity, and femininity is just not a tool to bring other women down. The third thing that godly feminine women never do is lack consideration of others. So this has a bit to do with social etiquette and cultural capital. Etiquette is not simply about being snooty, but it's all about considering others and having a sense of social awareness. So for example, godly feminine women are not obnoxiously loud in public for no reason. And it's not that we can't enjoy ourselves or be ourselves, but there has to be an awareness of other people around you. I've seen some people when they're in public, places like restaurants or the store or a car, whatever, and other people are with them. They'll have the volume on the loudest on their phone, and there's just no consideration for other people around. Do they want to hear this? Should I put in my earphones? There's just no type of consideration for other people, which is very unfeminine. The next thing that godly feminine women never do is try to prove themselves. And I talk about this a lot throughout many of my videos. You can go check that out. But godly feminine woman is not trying to prove herself and prove her worth. Why? Because she understands that she is already worthy. She doesn't have to have other people affirm who she is, and she's not trying to put on a show or perform for people or people please so that she's seen as worthy in other people's eyes. She knows who God says that she is. She knows her value. She knows where she's going. She doesn't have to prove to others through her accolades, her achievements, her favors that she does for other people, her gifts. She is a daughter of the Most High, and she stands firm in that fact. Now, the last thing a godly feminine woman would never do is mimic the status quo. Unfortunately, as femininity becomes more popular and many women are promoting behavior modifications and not really a heart and a mind transformation. So a lot of women are just copying what they think is femininity. They're just copying what everyone else is doing, but they don't have a firm identity of their own. What does this cause this causes a lot of women to start dressing the same. Everyone is wearing pink and buying luxury bags and makeup, but they're still struggling with people pleasing. They're still struggling with performance. They're still struggling with low self-esteem and worthlessness. And they're using femininity as a way to cover up things that they have not addressed on the inside. And as a godly feminine woman, you're just not afraid to piss people off. You're not afraid to step out of certain rules and certain roles that are not mutually beneficial to you. You're not afraid to disappoint others or put yourself first. You're not afraid to have your own needs, your own wants, your own desires, and be your own person. Even if other people around you are not doing the same thing, you're not afraid to break out of that mold to become all that you are called to be. So my dear, that's all I have for this video today. Make sure that you do subscribe, like, and hit that bell so that you can continue to get more great content. And if you enjoy videos like this, or if you have a request for a certain type of femininity video, please do leave a comment down below. And if you're interested in more godly feminine content, please visit GodlyFem.com to enroll in our masterclass or to get our 30-day femininity guide and so much more. So that's all I have to say. Talk to you ladies later. Bye.